Hey Peter, it's Rick. How you doing, buddy? Hey, listen, I'm here at Core Industries. I'm getting ready to meet with Richard Sharp, their logistics and sales manager here in the United States, and we're here at their corporate offices. In a little bit, we're going to go down and to their docks where they have the ship loading. And we have all of the docks and everything they have down there, all the different things that they ship. So I'll be back in a second.
No, he's off.
No, he's upstairs or downstairs? Hey Richard, hey Peter, here his Core's office is here. Here we're getting ready to go into Richard's office, and we'll be there in just a second. This is the shipyard right here. This is all filled with wood chips right here. Am I recording now? I'm recording. Okay. Okay, this is Richard.
Hey Peter, this is a picture I keep in my office of our dock, kind of a aerial view that shows you our main working dock, which is 1,700 square feet. We also have a bulk facility dock, 1,300 square feet. That's why you'll see 3,000 square feet of dock space that is on our website. And this is an imprint of the 400 acres roughly that Core Industries.
Show us where the wood chips would be loaded right there.
These pads right here, 50 acres approximately, with all of your conveyor system to move chips directly from truck, directly from barge, load to vessel, using a jet slinger and a floating crane. And so again, 40-foot draft, 1,300 square feet of dock space at the bulk facility.
And how large is your overall facilities?
400 acres, which is about 375, is developable. There's a few acres of wetlands, but it is a 400-acre footprint.
Okay, cool. Thank you. We're gonna head down to the shipyard right now.
Yeah, I'll see you. Yep, I'm taking Rick and Landon down to the port. I'll pack up real quick.
So what were you gonna say, sir?
My oldest son.
One of the run players that need these exact components, so we can be a part of this logistics team that execute this phenomenal project. And God, we thank you for this day and for your service.
Here's what the wood chips look like when they're working.
Powering a generator?
That's correct. It is a portable power system on trailers on wheels. And so they take 3 of these trailers. There's an AC generator trailer, gas turbine trailer, which that's it. And then there's a power control module trailer. So 3 of those trailers and a bunch of other components can go anywhere in the world and be put together in 14 days, producing 45 megawatts of power, which is enough for 100,000 homes in America.
And 3 of those things will do that much power?
And then you know, the Caribbean or like Afghanistan, you're probably got 200,000 homes. They're smaller, you know, a lot less power need, but
Okay, we're at the terminal right now. This is where the wood chips are loaded. Right now, it's empty. This is why they're available to start a new contract, because the customer that they just had was out of Turkey, and the Turkish lira has collapsed, and so they can no longer afford to buy the wood chips from our facility here. Right here, this is the factory. I mean, this is where all the chips are loaded right here. They put on these conveyors, and they go over to the ships right there where they load. We can move a volume of upwards of 2 million tons a year through this facility. This is Richard here, and it's all you have to be when you're here on the property. You have to be wearing all your safety gear. You have to have all your helmets and all your yellow vest and stuff. And right now, I don't have that right now. So, so Richard, tell us about this facility.
This is a Theodore Marine Terminal. This is what we call our wood chip dock. Years ago, it was the Mobile Bay Wood Chip Center, approximately 50 acres with about 8 to 12 pads usable for storing any kind of bulk product. Mainly wood chips is what Rick said, but we've had ores, rocks, you name it. And so this is our floating crane. There's actually a vessel just tying up at the dock today. But this is the facility that can handle several million tons of wood chips per year.
And you can do wood chips for both paper and OSB.
That's correct. Most recent was OSB. They did paper to Japan for the paper that makes magazines, probably 2005-ish, but I'd have to look back at the numbers. But we did that for about 10 years as well.
And so in our meeting a couple weeks ago, Michael was talking about that this facility that's right here, this is a facility that is like state-of-the-art worldwide. This is like the nicest chip loading.
Can load faster than anywhere. Your bow and dry metric tons, get them loaded faster. Get your compaction rate in there because it's the jet slinger on the floating crane down there shoots the wood chips in a sprinkler system that gets those compaction, so you don't have to lift anything to get it. It does it itself with our crane operator shooting the chips into the hull of the vessel.
So another thing, Peter's working with buyers on timber, and I know that that wouldn't come from this facility, but do you have the capabilities for doing logs and
yes, loading bulk vessels or loading logs into containers? We've done both.
and what part of the facility? Because your facility here is how many acres?
100 acres.
And what part?
We used yard 3.
Yard 3.
I can take you to yard 3 as well.
Okay, well let's go over there and do that real quick. So just
Come in here. We can walk a little bit. These are the equipment that push the piles into the. There's an open area where it goes in, and they push it in that pile, and it goes into the conveyor system.
okay.
You can't really see it from this angle.
This is a large facility.
This is the truck dump. See the ramp right on the outside of that gate?
Correct.
18 wheelers come, they dump the entire load of wood chips, and it goes straight in the conveyor system.
Okay. And what type of wood chips would we be shipping out of this?
The softwood is most commonly the southern yellow pine.
And then on hardwoods for paper companies, those are what, oak? Any other type of hardwoods?
Oak is the most common in the southeast, but I'd have to give Mr. Miles
Okay, no problem.
correct information. There you see the wood chip pile is as high as those areas, and
It's tall.
3.5, 4 stories. There's the hopper right there where they push them in. It's just an open area.
That's where they go. They push them right in right there, huh?
Yep.
And then they go up the conveyor belts. Take.
Right on to whatever, and we can turn the conveyor system on to get them whatever pad we want them on.
I got you.
Basically, the black barrier with that fence is the last concrete pad. Everything else was limestone. So you basically have all of that from here to the other side to be full of wood chips or any other.
So tell Peter
aggregate.
about. So we were talking about. Peter wants to know the products and specifications, and so what do you need from Peter to be able to quote, to be able to make sure that you get exactly what you need?
Each facility where they're making the OSB board or they need paper, they're going to have a specific specification on the size of the wood chip that is already going through their system. They know the spec that their manufacturing facility is run from, whatever they're producing. And if they'll give us that spec, we can then send any kind of sample to let them insure and see, and then we would love to begin the process to procure that wood chip, softwood, hardwood, and the volumes that are requested, and we can go back and forth.
And Michael said it would take a little time. So
to build up an entire vessel, yes.
So to get this thing, are we talking about something 60 days, 90 days, 120 days?
Got to give it Mr. Miles.
Okay.
It's been a good year plus. We have the connections, but just like anything, you need to reach out to them with a firm contract, and then we can tell you once we talk to, once we get to that point of the discussions, we could give you a time frame of days what we think it would take.
So you had a contract. What happened? Why is it empty right now? What happened here? Y'all had a customer in Turkey
That's correct.
that because of the lira collapsed, and then
Well, before that, the president was Donald Trump, and their, I believe, Erdogan was the president of Turkey. They had some butting of heads and put some tariffs on tit for tat.
So it got too expensive to ship to Turkey.
That's correct. The tariffs is what knocked it out, and then of course, shortly thereafter, the economy of the lira did tank, and so even if the tariffs weren't in place, which I believe they still are, I don't think
Be doing any business with it.
Turkey's economy
Okay.
is probably not
Strong enough to do this.
Yeah, not have to.
But that was for OSB board, right?
That's correct.
All right. All right. So I'm going to leave you right here until we go to the next facility there, Peter. All right, bye. Tell me what this blue piece is right here.
That is the jet slinger that shoots the bulk product, whether it be pellets or chips or any bulk product that's going in the hull of a vessel. Our crane operator has that in the hull, and it rotates around like a sprinkler does in a yard, and the crane operator will get the compaction rate to fill up the bulk, whatever hatch he's working on inside the bulk vessel, to get it the compaction rate and get it full, so you can maximize the amount of product you can get in the ship.
So right now, are we actually sitting in the chip yard?
We are one of our pads. You're exactly right. You want to get up and walk for a second?
Yeah.
We can do a little bit.
That's fine. So this is all part of the chip yard. This is about 50 acres.
Yeah, we got two different pads. We have a pad which was the other side we started on, which is
Way over there.
Trucks, the 18-wheelers would come in and dump their the pellets or chips, get them stored, move them from pad to pad when the vessel comes to get them loaded. This is our crane right here. We call it a floating crane. It moves up and down these railroad tracks basically. When a bulk vessel is in, obviously this is just a vessel that's tied up to dock. It's not a bulk vessel. It's waiting for dock space, and we're moving to our main dock to get some work done on it. This is our floating crane.
Cool.
We use for bulk commodities that.
And from what I understand, Peter, this is state of the art. They used to use bulldozers to move all this stuff around inside the ships, and now they use this big machine here, and it spreads the wood chips evenly inside the. Okay, cool.
Yeah, she has the last ship.
So Peter, we're now driving around the core facility here, so you'll be able to see this is quite a large company. They have they're involved in all types of aspects of. They manufacture too. They don't just do this. They do fabrication of big steel.
There's riser pipe right here stored for a lot of the offshore companies that we do business with.
They do business with the big oil companies.
Shell, Exxon,
Shell.
Go straight.
All right, you can see the core. This is one of the. We're going to go across the intersection here, going into the next area.
Next yard, call it yard 2 and 3. Just in yard 1. We don't own this little piece. That's Williams Energy and offshore, and then we begin our property here again. This is the wetlands I mentioned that's probably not built on.
This is all part of.
Right in here.
This is core we're going into right here. This is
Yard 3. It's closed. Pull right over here. You can see the logs that we had in this back corner, Rick. See,
Yard
this entire
3.
area was full of logs. I don't know the length of those. They're usually 19 feet. They want a specific size log for a 20-foot.
So they can also load logs into containers, and this is where they've had them before. This whole yard here will be full of timber.
That's correct.
And so let me show you what that is. They can either load them directly in bulk or
That's the bulk vessel. These logs were loaded onto containers and went down to the container terminal about 3 or 4 miles down the road.
do you know how long it takes to load those things?
Do not, different logs have different sizes.
Those were 19-foot logs?
Yes, for a 20-foot container, I believe.
Okay.
They're all like 20-foot TEU containers.
Okay.
Don't know how many. We did a test run. I believe they went to Asia, market in Asia, but
Okay.
those were some leftover logs from that project.
All right, this is yard 3. And across the street,
Yard 2.
the yard 2, and we'll drive through there real quick.
Yep.
All right, we're still filming here.
Bear, make sure you buckle up for me, bud. And Rick, do the same when we get to the next guardhouse. We gotta be.
All right.
We have to be on our property inside the gates.
Hey, hold on a second. Hold that for me, please. We're filming.
This is a manufacturing of a aggregate product for the poultry industry. It's a chicken feed supplement using oyster shells and other products, and it is sold by every Tractor Supply in North America to feed chickens that lay eggs for the grocery industry for consumption. So the chickens eating this aggregate in their food, the shells are harder and don't break as easy when you're at the grocery store. And so been doing this for many years. This is a product that's manufactured. Our division of this is called Core Calcium. This is yard 2, which is open area. We staged some trailers, as you can see over here to the right, for an energy company. But we had pipe in this particular area. We're heading towards the administrative offices with a conference room and several offices for clients that if they need to be here for a week or a month, they can have a private office. I'm going to shoot over to building 2 right over here. That is a pipe fabrication building. You can see where those yellow stanchions, the pipe is staged there, and then would come out here into the yard and then get ready for the vessel. We've done that for Shell and many other customers. This is our administrative offices. We'll shoot right down here to the right of this. The building in front of us is a fabrication building. It's approximately 100 yards long. It has a 30-ton crane inside that, and you'll see inside that's 10 miles an hour. Correct, 10 on the property. Sorry. We have another building, building 1 to the right. It's just a storage building. It's another 100-yard building by 60 yards wide. We have approximately 175,000 square feet of storage space on the 400 acres with plans to build some more as needed for our customers and clients. This is a fabrication building with our 30-ton crane. You can see that in the top, and 18-wheelers can go in the sides and drop off product, and we fabricate things for the oil and gas industry and other clients.
Okay.
We're going to go to the main dock. We have 2 vessels.
All right, Peter, we're going to the main dock right now. This is it's quite a large facility, as you can see. They have ships that come in here on a regular basis that they load and unload. They own all these docks. And we're located on the Mobile Bay here in South Alabama.
Theodore Industrial Canal, directly across from Gilliard Island in Mobile Bay. If you get on Google Maps and find Gilliard Island in Mobile Bay, we are just to the west. And we are on the south side of the canal. We'll go straight.
Okay.
The vessel in front of us is unloading clinker, direct to barge. The barge is on the other side of the vessel, using the ship's gear cranes. And then this is a hopper dredge over here to our east, on the east end of the dock. But we'll need to come to a stop, and I'll let the
Hey, darn, you on video camera?
Hey, you better not be doing that. That's against the law. Out here it is.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Mr.
Hey,
Sharp.
yep, this is Landon and Rick Clark. I took them over. Yvonne checked us in. We're just going to drive in and circle out.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, darling.
You're welcome, honey.
Stay to the right, Rick. Just kind of make sure their ship's gear's working over here. This one's supposed to be done. We own all the cranes on the yard. That's a 660-ton crane. It's a Manitowoc. It is the red. We call it Big Red. Obviously, further to the east is the 300-ton Lieber yellow crane. Again, all these cranes are opened by Core. This is mainly what this is a client, the stores up here for their offshore assets. You'll see here, all the documents from
Yeah, you got some dust out here. Try not to be in Big Red's way here.
See, they got covered large.
And you can see here, as I come back across here, there's our bay right there.
Yep, that's Gilliard Island. You see with the small little trees.
All right.
There's a tug right there. Getting ready to.
So as you can see, Core Industries is a pretty big operation here, working in all types of go back that way. They have all types of businesses out here under their umbrella. So the wood is just one small part of their business. Tugboat right now.
That's our 275-ton crane at the end of that ship. It's owned by Core. Take a left and go back behind the white minivan. We have two vessels down here. We have two vessels.
So what is this up here to the left? Right here, all this.
Oh, that's marine well containment. That is after the Macondo oil spill. That is everybody that owns assets put in to make sure they had to vet everything to go to the depth to cap that well to get it resolved. That is if there's another incident at any depth, subsea is going to come out of here.
Okay.
All the major owners of assets in the Gulf, the Exxon Shells, they put together the Marine Well Containment Company, and it's operated right here in Theodore. Anything subsea. There's a facility in Corpus Christi in Texas at Kiewit that any accident that would happen topside on an oil rig would go out of Corpus Christi. Anything subsea that would occur that needs equipment to cap a well would go out of our port.
Okay.
And it has to be close enough to the dock to be loaded within 24 hours. If a catastrophic event happens, the ship will come and we'll be loading this within 24 hours to get it on its way.
I got you. That's in case there's another oil spill like we had a couple of years ago.
2010.
In 2010, the Deepwater Horizon Deepwater oil spill. All right, guys. Well, this is kind of like just this has been an overview of Core Industries, and Peter, I hope this information helps you, and we will be talking soon. Talk to you later, buddy. All right, bye-bye.